What foods seem completely fine until you realize how it's actually made? Foie gras. My culinary school took me to a foie gras farm. Even though it's tasty, I don't eat it anymore. As a baker, puff pastry. Not because it's gross or something, it's just a long, involved process that can break you if you let it. Imitation crab. It's fish paste with eggs. A bunch of additives and colorings, which makes sense. The weird part is watching the two colors of extruded paste get stretched out and wrapped around each other, like fish taffy. When I was growing up, my grandma used to make this amazing apple salad dessert thing. I loved it growing up. One year I wanted to make it for myself as an adult and I asked her the recipe. Turns out it was just apples, mayo and sugar. My wife's aunt made a mushroom soup that she had me try. Supposed to be super healthy and tasty. I tried it. It was okay, and then she showed me the mushrooms. Seeking caterpillars that had cordyceps. I'll see y'all later as patient zero. Edit. Here a pic of the little buggers. The squirrel bits an iguana on a stick. Man oh man. My hands were shaken. I discovered a video of poverty-stricken Filipino people making pagpag. It's so frocking sad and they eat it regularly. Scrapple. A lot of people enjoy shark fin soup and maybe some don't realize what the fishermen do to get the fins. Look up video if you want, but they bring the shark on board, cut off all the fins, and chuck it back still alive to writhe and float and suffer. Squid in terms of how they're caught. Ever hear of kazu martsu cheese? In Poland we have a dish that's called flaki, which literally means guts. It's a soup made of cow stomach. Many people don't want to even think about it, but I think it's delicious. I live in Korea and they eat live octopus here. I was scared to click this post. Reminds me of that video of Jamie Oliver showing kids how chicken nuggets were made, and after showing them all the kids still wanted to eat them after. His reaction is priceless. Edit better link. YouTube. B2NMZLP2XUBW. Not that I would eat it anyways, but that goose duck egg that is cooked with a live chick inside. Obviously the chick dies. Slurm. Veal is pretty frocked up. I always remember the rat burger scene from Demolition Man. The man recognized that he thought it tasted great before he learned it was made from rat. Sometimes that's all that matters. GFY cat. Entire Zelisamego. I once was at a conference in Japan. Me and some friends went into a small little restaurant for dinner. My French colleague insisted on ordering foie gras. Besides other things, I knew the German name for this but not the French one, so I didn't know what he ordered there until I later called my boyfriend and he told me. In Germany you can't even produce foie gras due to obvious animal welfare problems, with literally force-feeding geese into developing a fatty, sick liver just to eat it. Any fermented food. My food preservation professor said that the line between fermented and spoiled was a matter of cultural preference before the modern era. It's pretty normal to enjoy the fermented foods of your own culture and be grossed out by the foods of another's. Nestle. I was surprised to learn from people who've worked on farms just how bloody harvesting crops is. There's not really a good way to clear out wild animals, so all of them get ripped to shreds by the heavy machinery moving through the fields. I miss being able to assume no animals died making my produce. As a young apprentice chef in Melbourne, Australia, I worked in a French restaurant. We had to make andouillette, which is a traditional French sausage. It's made of offal etc., and one component was the last meter of the pig's digestive system. So a tube with a little square of external flesh and an arsehole in the middle of it. We had to check they were clean and rinse them again etc. It was frocking gross. We used to watch customers eating them and shake out heads. My favorite memory is of a time when I slapped another apprentice around the head with a wet arsehole on a string and it went in his mouth. Happy times. I love Worcestershire sauce, but seeing it made is kinda gross. Edit. Didn't expect this to blow up, but since it did, I strongly recommend putting Worcestershire sauce on scrambled eggs. Changed my life. Edit 2. Cook the eggs first, then top it with Worcestershire. If you mix in Worcestershire with the eggs as they cook, you lose a lot of flavor. I worked in new product development for a bit. It's not good law. The entire aim of the companies who we were working with was to sell less food for more. So finding any way possible to add water, air, or fiber, often all three. A whole industry dedicated to destroying food. For money. That's why everyone is getting fat. The food doesn't have the same nutrient content it used to. So you have to consume more, and it's entirely on purpose. Black pudding is a common breakfast food, but kinda messed up when you think about how it's made. Foie gras. Edit. I did not expect this to blow up as much as it did. Sincerely thank you for the upvotes and the awards. I'm also glad to see this sparked such an elaborate discussion. Veal. Gummy bears, or just gummies in general. Took me 19 years to find out that the way they're made is with pig carcasses and bones.